If you're over 60 and finding it harder to climb stairs, stand up from a chair, or keep your balance, you're not alone. Millions of older adults experience gradual weakness in their legs and lower body strength even when they eat well and try to stay active. Most people assume this is just normal aging. But the reality is that it's often one of the earliest warning signs of sarcopenia, the age-related loss of muscle mass and strength. What makes sarcopenia tricky is that it happens silently. You don't feel pain. There's no swelling or visible injury. But slowly, year after year, muscle fibers shrink, nerves become less efficient, and circulation declines. Then one day, you realize it takes effort just to rise from your favorite chair, carry groceries, or walk across the room without hesitation. The good news is that science shows this process can be slowed down and in many cases, even reversed with the right nutrients. Research highlights 3 specific vitamins that support stronger legs by improving muscle repair, nerve function, and blood circulation. No expensive therapy. No grueling workouts. Just giving your body the fuel it desperately needs at the exact stage of life when it matters most. Today, we're breaking down exactly what those vitamins are, why they're so important, and how you can add them into your routine for real, lasting benefits. Why leg strength declines first. Your legs carry the heaviest load in daily life. Every step, every movement, every time you rise or bend, it's your legs that bear the strain. Because of that, they're often the first to show signs of weakness when muscle mass begins to decline. Studies show that adults over 60 lose an average of 1–3% of muscle mass per year. The legs, being the largest muscle group, tend to be affected first. Combine that with reduced blood flow and age-related nerve changes, and the result is slower walking speed, poor balance, and increased risk of falls. What's striking is that this decline isn't always linked to poor diet or lack of activity alone. Even older adults who stay active and eat reasonably well can develop deficiencies in certain vitamins critical for muscle strength. That's why supplementation and food choices become increasingly important as the years go by. The silent role of vitamins in muscle health. When we think of muscles, most people imagine protein. And yes, protein is important. But proteins can't repair, rebuild, or activate muscles without the help of specific vitamins that act as cofactors, the behind-the-scenes helpers that make all the reactions in your body possible. Here's the key point. Without vitamin D, your muscles can't synthesize new fibers properly. Without vitamin B12, the nerves that signal your leg muscles don't fire efficiently. Without vitamin E, circulation and oxygen supply to those muscles declines, making them weaker and slower to recover. These aren't nice-to-have nutrients. They're essential, and deficiencies in these areas are shockingly common in seniors. Vitamin D, the muscle repair powerhouse. Vitamin D is most famous for its role in bone health, but in recent decades, scientists have uncovered its equally critical role in muscle function. Vitamin D influences muscle protein synthesis, the process by which your body repairs and builds muscle fibers. Low vitamin D has been directly linked to reduced lower body strength, slower walking speed, and higher risk of falls in older adults. A major study published in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology, SIE, Metabolism found that seniors with low vitamin D were nearly twice as likely to struggle with mobility and leg weakness compared to those with healthy levels. How vitamin D works in muscles. Enhances calcium uptake inside muscle cells, improving contraction and strength. Supports recovery after daily exertion, preventing that heavy legs feeling. Activates muscle stem cells, allowing repair and regeneration of fibers damaged by wear and tear. Sources of vitamin D. Sunlight. Just 15–20 minutes of sun exposure can trigger vitamin D production, but this declines significantly with age and depends on skin tone, geography, and season. Foods. Fatty fish, salmon, sardines, mackerel, egg yolks, fortified milk, or orange juice. Supplements. Vitamin D3, cholecalciferol, is the preferred form. For seniors, the typical safe dosage ranges from 800 to 20 IU per day, but it's best to check blood levels first. Pro tip: always take vitamin D with a meal that contains fat, because it's fat-soluble and won't absorb well otherwise. Vitamin B12, the nerve protector. Even if your muscles are strong, they can't perform if the nerves that control them aren't firing correctly. That's where vitamin B12 comes in. B12 is essential for nerve health and communication between your brain and muscles. As we age, the stomach produces less stomach acid, which is necessary for absorbing B12 from food. This means that even if you're eating meat, eggs, or dairy, you could still be deficient. In fact, studies estimate that up to 20% of adults over 60 have low B12 levels. Why B12 matters for your legs. Maintains the protective myelin sheath around nerves, ensuring fast, efficient signals. Prevents muscle weakness and tingling sensations in the legs. Supports red blood cell production, which helps deliver oxygen to working muscles. A deficiency can lead to a condition called peripheral neuropathy, where nerve signals become slow or disrupted. Symptoms often start in the legs. Numbness, weakness, or difficulty balancing. Sources of vitamin B12. Animal products. Beef, chicken, fish, dairy, eggs. Fortified foods. Some cereals. Nutritional yeast. Supplements. Available as tablets, sublingual drops, or injections for severe deficiency. Pro tip. If you're over 60, ask your doctor to test your B12 levels. Early supplementation can prevent irreversible nerve damage. Vitamin E, the circulation booster. The third overlooked vitamin for leg strength is vitamin E, a powerful antioxidant that also plays a vital role in blood circulation. Without good circulation, your muscles don't get the oxygen and nutrients they need to contract and recover. Vitamin E helps maintain the integrity of blood vessel walls and prevents oxidative stress that damages muscles during activity. In seniors, low vitamin E has been associated with reduced walking speed and greater fatigue. How vitamin E supports stronger legs. Improves blood flow to muscles, reducing cramps and heaviness. Protects muscle cells from oxidative stress, which accelerates aging. Helps muscles recover faster after everyday activity. Sources of vitamin E. Nuts and seeds. Almonds, sunflower seeds, hazelnuts. Vegetable oils. Sunflower, safflower, and wheat germ oil. Leafy greens. Spinach, Swiss chard, kale. Supplements. Natural vitamin E, d-alpha tocopherol, is more effective than synthetic forms. Pro tip, since vitamin E is also fat-soluble, pair it with meals that include healthy fats like olive oil or avocado for better absorption. Bringing it all together. When you combine these three vitamins, D for muscle repair, B12 for nerve function, and E for circulation, you address the three core reasons leg strength declines with age. Think of it as building a three-legged stool. One leg is muscle regeneration. One leg is nerve communication. One leg is blood supply. Remove any one of them, and the stool collapses. But strengthen all three, and you create a stable foundation for mobility, balance, and independence. Practical daily routine. Example, imagine a typical day where you start with a breakfast of scrambled eggs, spinach, and whole grain toast. That's a boost of B12, vitamin E, and some supportive nutrients. Later, you spend 15 minutes outside in the morning sun. Your body starts making vitamin D. At lunch, you enjoy grilled salmon with a side of kale salad topped with sunflower seeds. That's vitamin D, B12, and E in one meal. And if your doctor has recommended supplements, you take them with dinner to ensure steady, reliable intake. This isn't about drastic changes. It's about making small, consistent choices that add up to stronger legs and greater independence. The big picture. Aging doesn't have to mean losing your strength or mobility. By focusing on these three essential vitamins, you're targeting the exact weak points that lead to decline in the legs, failing muscle fibers, sluggish nerves, and poor circulation. Strengthening your legs isn't just about looking fit. It's about preserving independence. Being able to get out of a chair on your own, walk without hesitation, and reduce your risk of falls. And here's the encouraging part. The body responds quickly when you give it what it needs. Clinical trials show that seniors who correct deficiencies in these vitamins often notice improvements in leg strength and energy within just a few months. So don't accept weakness as an unavoidable part of aging. Support your body with the nutrients that science proves make a difference. Your legs will thank you for it, and your future self will too. What do you think? Have you tried adding any of these vitamins into your daily routine yet? In part 1, we introduced the three critical vitamins D, B12, and E that form the foundation for stronger legs in seniors. We covered how each one supports muscle repair, nerve communication, and circulation. But knowing what vitamins help is only half the story. The bigger question is, how do deficiencies actually show up in real life? What does the latest research say about correcting them? And how can seniors apply this knowledge safely and effectively? That's what we're going to uncover in part 2. Understanding deficiency, silent but serious. One of the biggest challenges with vitamins is that deficiencies can creep up without obvious warning signs. Unlike an injury or sudden illness, the early symptoms are often subtle fatigue, slower walking, mild balance problems. These can easily be brushed off as just aging. But over time, the effects accumulate, leaving people more vulnerable to falls, frailty, and loss of independence. Let's break down what deficiency looks like for each vitamin in the context of leg strength. Vitamin D deficiency symptoms: frequent muscle cramps in the calves or thighs, difficulty climbing stairs or standing from a chair, feeling of heavy legs after minimal exertion, more frequent slips or falls. Vitamin B12 deficiency symptoms: numbness or tingling in the legs and feet, trouble maintaining balance, especially in the dark, unexplained leg weakness, anemia-related fatigue that makes the legs feel tired even at rest. Vitamin E deficiency symptoms: leg cramps at night, poor circulation leading to cold feet, slow recovery after walking or light exercise, increased fatigue in the lower body. The tricky part is that many seniors may experience all three at the same time, since deficiencies often overlap. What the research really shows. Let's look at the science behind these vitamins and their role in leg strength. Vitamin D and mobility. A 2013 meta-analysis published in Osteoporosis International reviewed multiple clinical trials and found that seniors who supplemented with vitamin D had significantly fewer falls compared to those who did not. Another study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition showed that vitamin D improved lower limb strength by enhancing fast-twitch muscle fibers, which are crucial for balance and reaction time. Vitamin B12 and nerve health. In 2020, researchers at the Journal of the American Geriatric Society reported that older adults with low B12 levels performed worse on walking speed and balance tests. When given B12 supplementation, improvements in nerve conduction were observed, leading to steadier walking and better coordination. Vitamin E in circulation. A long-term study published in Free Radical Biology and Medicine showed that seniors with adequate vitamin E levels experienced better blood flow and oxygen delivery during exercise. Vitamin E's antioxidant role was also highlighted in protecting muscles from oxidative stress, essential for maintaining stamina in the legs. Case studies. Real-life transformation. Sometimes, research feels abstract. So let's ground it in reality with examples of how correcting these vitamin levels can change lives. Case 1. Margaret, age 72. Margaret had been active all her life, but in her early 70s, she started noticing fatigue in her legs. Walking upstairs left her winded, and she experienced nighttime calf cramps. Blood tests revealed her vitamin D levels were below optimal. After 6 months of daily vitamin D3 supplementation and moderate sun exposure, Margaret reported improved energy, fewer cramps, and better stair climbing ability. Case 2. John, age 68. John was experiencing balance problems. He stumbled occasionally and described a tingling sensation in his feet. His doctor ordered a B12 test, which confirmed deficiency. Within 3 months of B12 injections, followed by oral supplements, John noticed significant improvement in stability, with the tingling nearly gone. Case 3. Anita, age 75. Anita struggled with cold feet and poor circulation. She also complained of soreness after her daily walks. Her physician added vitamin E supplements and encouraged foods like almonds and spinach. After several months, she reported warmer feet, less fatigue, and better recovery after walks. These aren't miracle stories, they're examples of how targeted nutrition supports the body's natural repair mechanisms. Why deficiencies are so common in seniors. Now, the important question: why do these deficiencies happen so frequently after age 60? Reduced absorption. Vitamin D production from sunlight decreases with age because the skin becomes less efficient. Stomach acid needed for B12 absorption declines in older adults. Digestive changes reduce absorption of fat-soluble vitamins like D and E. Dietary changes. Seniors may eat less food overall, leading to fewer nutrients consumed. Limited diets due to dental issues, reduced appetite, or medical conditions. Medication interactions. Acid-reducing drugs can block B12 absorption. Certain cholesterol-lowering drugs can affect vitamin D metabolism. Blood thinners may influence vitamin E balance. Lifestyle factors. Less outdoor activity, less vitamin D from sunlight, limited mobility, fewer opportunities for exercise that stimulates circulation. Practical strategies to overcome these challenges. Knowledge is only useful if it can be applied. Here's how seniors can realistically integrate these vitamins into their lives. Strategy 1. Routine lab tests. Ask your doctor to check vitamin D, B12, and general nutrient levels at least once a year. This helps identify deficiencies before they cause noticeable weakness. Strategy 2. Food first approach. Prioritize nutrient-rich foods that naturally contain these vitamins. Vitamin D. Salmon, tuna, sardines, fortified dairy. B12. Beef, chicken, eggs, dairy, fortified cereals. Vitamin E. Almonds, sunflower seeds, spinach, olive oil. Strategy 3. Smart supplementation. Vitamin D3. Start with 802, 0 IU per day unless otherwise prescribed. Vitamin B12. Choose sublingual drops or tablets for better absorption. In severe cases, injections may be needed. Vitamin E. Look for natural forms labeled as D-alpha tocopherol. Strategy 4. Timing and pairing. Take fat-soluble vitamins, D and E, with meals containing healthy fats. Avoid taking B12 at the same time as large doses of vitamin C, which can interfere with absorption. Strategy 5. Combine with gentle activity. Nutrients fuel the muscles, but activity signals the body to use them. Gentle exercises like walking, tai chi, or chair yoga enhance the benefits of these vitamins by stimulating circulation and strengthening leg muscles. Common myths and misconceptions. Let's clear up a few misunderstandings that often confuse seniors. Myth 1. I get enough sun, so I don't need vitamin D. Truth. As you age, your skin makes less vitamin D from sunlight. Even if you spend time outdoors, your levels may still be low. Myth 2. B12 deficiency only happens to vegetarians. Truth. While vegetarians are at higher risk, older adults of all diets are vulnerable due to reduced absorption, not just food choices. Myth 3. Vitamin E supplements are dangerous. And Ford Inspector, truth. Extremely high doses can be risky, but moderate supplementation under medical guidance is safe and beneficial, especially for circulation. The overlooked connection, mind and body. Here's something fascinating: leg weakness isn't just a physical issue. It has psychological effects too. Seniors who struggle with leg strength often develop a fear of falling, which can reduce confidence and lead to less activity. This creates a vicious cycle. Weak legs, fear of movement, less activity, even weaker legs. Correcting vitamin deficiencies and rebuilding leg strength can help break this cycle, restoring not just physical ability, but also independence and confidence. The independence factor. Why is all this so important? Because leg strength is directly tied to independence. Being able to get out of a chair without help, walk safely across a room, or climb stairs without fear determines whether someone can live independently or needs assistance. According to the American Geriatric Society, falls are the leading cause of injury and loss of independence in seniors. Strengthening the legs with the right nutrients is one of the simplest and most effective ways to prevent that outcome. Putting it all together. A day in the life. Let's imagine a simple day for a senior, putting these strategies into action. Morning. Breakfast of scrambled eggs with spinach and whole grain toast. Take a sublingual B12 drop with water. Spend 15 minutes walking outdoors. Lunch. Grilled salmon with a kale salad topped with sunflower seeds and olive oil. This covers vitamin D, B12, and E. Afternoon. Light chair yoga for circulation and muscle engagement. Dinner. A fortified yogurt with almonds. Take a vitamin D3 capsule with the meal. Evening. Gentle stretching before bed to reduce cramps and improve flexibility. This isn't complicated or restrictive. It's about making small, intentional choices every day. Final thoughts for part 2. The science is clear. Vitamin D, vitamin B12, and vitamin E are not just supplements. They're essential tools for maintaining strong legs and independence after 60. They work together to address the 3 major weak points of aging: muscle breakdown, nerve decline, and circulation problems. Correcting deficiencies can mean the difference between struggling with daily tasks and enjoying an active, confident lifestyle. And when combined with gentle activity and balanced nutrition, these vitamins become powerful allies in protecting mobility and independence. Have you noticed any of the early warning signs of deficiency, like leg cramps, tingling, or fatigue? At this stage, we've explored how vitamins D, B12, and E protect your legs by supporting muscle repair, nerve health, and circulation. We've also seen the research, case studies, and real-life transformations that happen when seniors bring these nutrients back into balance. Now, let's make it practical. How do you build these vitamins into your daily life in a way that's simple, sustainable, and effective? Smart meal planning for stronger legs. You don't need complicated recipes or strict diets. A few smart food swaps and additions can make a big difference. Breakfast options. Scrambled eggs with spinach, B12 and vitamin E. Fortified cereal with milk, vitamin D and B12. Whole grain toast with almond butter, vitamin E. Lunch ideas. Grilled salmon with kale and sunflower seeds, D, B12, E in one plate. Turkey sandwich on whole wheat with leafy greens, B12 and vitamin E. Dinner choices. Roasted chicken with steamed broccoli and olive oil drizzle. Fortified yogurt with mixed nuts for dessert. The key is to layer your meals so that you're not relying on just supplements. You're creating a nutrient-rich foundation from real food. Supplementation tips for seniors. While food is the foundation, supplements ensure consistency. Here's how to approach them wisely. Vitamin D3, 802, 0 IU daily for most seniors. Take it with your largest meal for better absorption. Vitamin B12. Sublingual drops or tablets are easier to absorb than capsules. For severe deficiency, injections may be prescribed. Vitamin E. Look for natural forms, labeled D-alpha tocopherol. Avoid megadoses unless directed by a doctor. Always consult your physician before starting supplements, especially if you take medications, since interactions are possible. Gentle activities to boost vitamin benefits. Vitamins fuel the body, but movement signals your body to put them to use. The goal isn't intense workouts, it's consistency. Try these low-impact activities. Daily walks. Even 10-15 minutes outdoors provides both sunlight, vitamin D boost, and circulation benefits. Chair yoga or Tai Chi builds balance and coordination, reducing fall risk. Simple leg exercises, heel raises, seated leg lifts, or step-ups strengthen lower body muscles. Think of vitamins as the fuel and gentle activity as the ignition switch. Together, they keep your legs strong and steady. Small choices, big payoff. The reality is that regaining leg strength doesn't require drastic measures. It's about combining 3 simple habits. Eat vitamin-rich meals. Take targeted supplements if needed. Stay gently active every day. Over weeks and months, these choices compound into real, visible improvements. Walking more confidently, standing taller, and feeling more energy in your legs. Have you tried any simple leg exercises or food changes to support your strength lately? By now, we've explored the science, the foods, and the supplements that deliver the vitamins your legs need most. But knowing what to do is only half the battle. The real question is, how do you make it stick? Let's dive into strategies for turning these nutrients into a sustainable part of your lifestyle, while avoiding the common pitfalls that trip many seniors up. Common mistakes seniors make. Even with the best intentions, people often run into the same issues. Inconsistent use, skipping supplements, or forgetting meals rich in vitamins weakens the benefits. Your body needs a steady supply to maintain strong legs. Oversupplementing. More is not always better. Very high doses of fat-soluble vitamins, like D and E, can build up in the body, leading to problems. Always stay within recommended ranges unless a doctor advises otherwise. Ignoring symptoms. Leg cramps, numbness, or fatigue shouldn't be brushed off as normal aging. They're signals your body is asking for help. Relying on just one vitamin, D, B12, and E work together. Focusing on only one creates gaps that still leave the legs vulnerable. Avoiding these mistakes is just as important as getting the vitamins themselves. Daily integration made simple. Here's an easy way to fold these vitamins into daily living without overthinking. Morning. Place your B12 drops next to your toothbrush so you never forget. Midday or evening meal. Keep your vitamin D3 and vitamin E supplements in the kitchen, so they're taken naturally with a meal that contains fat. Snack time. Swap out processed snacks for a handful of almonds, walnuts, or sunflower seeds for a natural vitamin E boost. Small placement tricks like keeping supplements where you'll see them make a huge difference in consistency. Long-term habits for lasting strength. Supplements and food choices are powerful, but they work best when combined with lifestyle habits that amplify their effects. Stay active, even in small ways. Walking around the house, standing during phone calls, or doing light stretches helps keep blood flowing to your legs. Hydration matters. Muscles and circulation rely on proper hydration. Aim for regular water intake throughout the day. Regular checkups. Annual blood work ensures your vitamin levels are where they should be. Adjustments can be made before weakness creeps in, building confidence with stronger legs. When you stick with these habits, something important happens. Confidence returns. Tasks like walking across the room, climbing stairs, or rising from a chair no longer feel intimidating. That confidence reduces the fear of falling, a fear that often limits seniors more than physical weakness itself. Your legs aren't just tools for movement, they're the foundation of independence. Supporting them with the right vitamins, daily choices, and consistent effort is one of the most powerful investments you can make in yourself. Which of these daily habits do you see yourself starting with right away? We've now walked through the science, the foods, the supplements, and the habits that help seniors protect their legs with the power of 3 essential vitamins, D, B12, and E. But beyond the research and routines lies the real reason this matters: independence, vitality, and quality of life. Stronger legs are about so much more than muscles. They're about living fully on your own terms. Why leg strength is the gateway to independence. Think about the movements you rely on every single day. Standing up from a chair, getting in and out of bed, climbing stairs, walking across a room, carrying groceries. All of these depend on your legs. When they weaken, even the simplest tasks start to feel like obstacles. That's why leg strength is often the first thing health professionals look at when assessing whether someone can continue living independently. It's not just about mobility. It's about freedom. And here's the good news. By giving your body the right vitamins, you're not only fueling stronger muscles, nerves, and circulation, you're buying yourself more years of independence. The cycle of decline versus the cycle of strength. Without intervention, aging can trigger a cycle of decline. Weak legs, less activity, further weakness, greater fall risk, loss of independence. But with the right nutrients and daily habits, you create a cycle of strength instead. Proper vitamins, stronger muscles, nerves and circulation, more confidence, more activity, even stronger legs. The choice between these two paths begins with small, consistent actions. The confidence factor. One overlooked aspect of leg health is the psychological impact. Seniors who feel unsteady often develop a fear of falling. That fear leads to less movement, which ironically makes legs weaker and balance worse. By correcting vitamin deficiencies and regaining strength, you not only rebuild your legs, you rebuild your confidence. Suddenly, walking outside, climbing stairs, or joining family activities feels safe again. That confidence is priceless. The role of routine. By now, you've seen that building stronger legs doesn't require drastic diets or punishing workouts. The secret is routine. Taking vitamin D and E with your main meal, using sublingual B12 drops each morning, eating meals rich in fish, eggs, nuts, and greens, getting sunlight and gentle activity most days. Routine transforms effort into habit, and habit transforms weakness into strength. What feels like a small change today becomes the foundation of long-term vitality. Looking ahead, the next decade of your life, here's something worth reflecting on. The steps you take now to protect your legs will determine what the next decade of your life looks like. Will it be marked by hesitation, frailty, and reliance on others? Or will it be filled with independence, confidence, and the ability to enjoy activities with loved ones? It's never too late to make changes. Studies show that even seniors in their 80s and 90s see benefits when correcting vitamin deficiencies and maintaining activity. The body responds at any age when given the tools it needs. A simple reminder: when you think about your legs, remember this. Vitamin D rebuilds and repairs the muscle fibers. Vitamin B12 keeps the nerves firing so your legs respond quickly. Vitamin E ensures oxygen and nutrients flow freely to keep them strong. Together, these vitamins form a complete support system for your lower body. Ignore one, and the system weakens. Strengthen all three, and you give your legs their best chance to carry you with confidence. Final encouragement: you don't need a complicated program. You don't need expensive therapies. What you need is consistency, feeding your body the nutrients it's quietly craving. and moving your legs every day in ways that feel safe and enjoyable. Stronger legs mean fewer falls, greater confidence, and more independence. They mean walking into a room without hesitation, standing tall with energy, and knowing you can rely on your own body. That's not just health, that's freedom. So, take the first step today. Stock your kitchen with vitamin-rich foods, set a reminder for your supplements, and go for a short walk. Small actions create lasting change. The sooner you begin, the sooner you'll feel the difference not just in your legs, but in your life. Which one of these steps will you start with today? Adding a new food, setting up a supplement routine, or simply taking a confident walk? Thank you for watching this videos. Click here to check out another interesting video.